Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that's going to let you make one super easily. And then you can distribute it everywhere and even earn money doing this. All in one place. And it's free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters. Here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and even edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard.
Ever since we discovered Spotify for Podcasters, it's been really great. Really get the people involved and ask questions and get ideas for new podcasts. So it's really helped us. And, I highly recommend you give it a try. So download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started.
If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you, sir?
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got. If you don't like what we tell you to believe in, we'll kill you.
All right, kids. Listen.
Don't
Podcast,
listen to this.
if you're not of age.
What's of age?
Of age is like you can make your own decisions in life without parental guidance. 18
16?
18. We're not in Atlanta.
Georgia is 16.
We're not in Atlanta. That's what I said. We're not in Atlanta. This is 18 and up. Look,
Atlanta.
we're a bunch of dudes, and we're going to say some really bad words, and probably some things that might offend you. But
Don't listen to this.
can't wait till you listen.
Yeah, don't.
If
do
you're
it.
18 and up.
Don't do it.
If you're 18 and
Yeah.
up. Welcome back to the Conspiracy Podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, everybody?
Hey guys.
It's Eric, Sean, and Jorge once again on this lovely Tuesday morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're listening.
I love when Sean does podcasts because I literally just can sit here and just with him the whole time.
I'm not going to do that many.
You guys almost got into a fight one time.
Oh, yeah, it was close. We had to edit it out. But I was egging him on. I was like doing it on purpose. I think a couple of those Yang flights
Yeah.
got to me.
Maybe like what? Deep or whatever. And we're like,
Actually, maybe one day, like Patreon, maybe.
They'll release
we'll release
Yeah,
the
unedited.
yeah.
the unedited version. I think
unedited.
it was Flat Earth, right?
It was Flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
And I was just being a dick on purpose. I'm not gonna lie. I was purposely being a dick, and Eric was like, "Okay, you want to like once the okay happened, I was like, he's pissed. He's like super pissed.
Yeah, that's your cue to keep it going.
It was super hard to edit because I didn't want it to seem that we were mad.
We just delete all of it.
Yeah. Anyways,
So today we've got one that I think is really, really wild, and you constantly kind of vibe on it if you know what it is, but it's called the Mandela Effect.
Mm-hmm. I heard
this
of
one's
it.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yep.
super, dude. It's like prepare to have your childhood and life ruined.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? I didn't know about it until you
And so I told you about
me
it.
about
Yeah.
it like weeks ago.
Oh, really?
And that was about it.
And it sent you down the wormhole.
I didn't know about it when I was growing up. I didn't know about
No,
any
I
of
didn't know about
Yeah.
it when I was growing up, but also recently I found out about it. But
Yeah.
I found out about it through TikTok.
Yeah.
Just like
everything in your life.
Yeah,
Makes
exactly.
sense.
The Mandela Effect, it's referring to a situation in which a large mass of people believe that an event occurred that didn't. So the term Mandela Effect was actually coined in 2009 through this chick named Fiona Broom.
Oh, like a person.
Yeah, so a person. So her name's
Yeah.
Fiona Broom, and she created a website to detail her like observance and like of this kind of phenomenon, this
Yeah.
Mandela
Yeah.
Effect. So she was at a conference and she was talking with other people about how she remembered, the tragedy of Nelson Mandela, who we all know is South African president who was against the apartheid, and she was talking to people about remembering his death, and he died in prison in the 1980s, and Nelson Mandela died in 2013. He didn't die in prison.
Weird.
So she began to talk to other people about her memories. She remembered seeing this on TV and watching his widow make a speech, this whole thing. And so other people also remembered this news coverage. And they were like, yeah, I remember that shit too. And apparently, supposedly, there's thousands of people that remembered this happening. So she was freaked out. She was like, what the? And so she was encouraged by a book publisher to be like, hey, you should create a website and you start talking about it. And, you know, and that's where the Mandela Effect, in essence, came into fruition.
So she thought, along with thousands of people, that he died.
That
and it was like everybody really thought that this happened.
They thought that they remembered the news covering the story, and they remembered his widow giving a speech after his death. So it's not just like, oh, I remember hearing that he died. I remember watching the news.
And then you go and look this up, and it's like, no, there's no news.
And he didn't die till 30 years later. like 30 years later, he dies.
That's crazy.
That's strange.
So there's a lot of different, I know it's, obviously that's the main example. That's why it's called the Mandela Effect.
Right. That's where it started.
But let's just for my own sake, let me just make sure I understand it. So it's something that the masses believed.
That a large group of people believed.
Small or large. Could be a small thing, could be a large thing, whatever.
100%.
That was just wrong.
That did not happen.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, everybody's wrong about the way they remember it. But it's crazy because usually is if a lot of people remember it a certain way,
it becomes truth.
Yeah.
It becomes fact.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what the Mandela Effect is.
Fucked up history.
Exactly. And
right?
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be like
historical.
Ish.
A lot of the things aren't really super
it's not
important.
Like,
they're kind of like stupid things.
It wasn't like America was not founded in 1706. Yeah.
I think there's a show that was called like The Man in the High Tower, and it was like, what if like Germany won?
Yeah.
We're all Nazis now.
Okay.
It's not like that. It's not like that.
I've seen that one.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I stopped watching it.
I think it's based on a book. Basically, it's the idea that if the Nazis won, what would happen now? And it's the story of
okay.
What present day. Yeah, so Japan and Germany won.
Yeah, and they're the superpowers.
And just what you're doing now, because now we're hiding from our government. So on the Mandela one, so what happened?
Nelson Mandela died in 2013.
So he was released from prison. And
then he got out of prison. He was the president of South Africa. Yeah. He ended his last term ended I think in like 2000. 10 or 11.
Wow.
And then he died.
So just millions of people thought he died in the 80s.
Yeah.
Essentially,
thought
in prison.
Thought he died in prison.
Wow.
Yeah, and Nelson Mandela's obviously like he's this amazing dude. Like, you know? And so, yeah.
So are you going to get into it? But does it have to do with fake news and the way that it... I mean, the information like black propaganda gets right?
No, we're gonna. I'll get into different potential explanations. Okay. There's a lot of examples, and so I wrote down a bunch so we can kind of chat about them because some of them will be more prevalent to you or me, like why it is. But the first things first, I wanted to get into other examples.
Right.
Because there's certain things that you've believed.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to be like, what? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, you guys are going to be listening to this and you're like, no.
No, like you're going to pause, Google.
You're going to go to Google.
And just so you know, these things, this isn't just, because everyone I've talked to about this is, well, maybe they just changed the name. It's like marketing, you just do that. I'm like, well, Google it. And it's never been that.
Right.
It's only ever been this.
And you're sure.
And you're like, no.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the biggest one.
Like some of these things are, you grew up thinking this 100% as a child,
this first
as
one,
an adult.
This first one I talked to my mom about because I called my mom and I was like, you remember when I was a kid, we used to read the Bernstein Bears books? We did. Yeah. I remember them. They were great. And I distinctly remember reading them with my mom. The Bernstein Bears aren't the Bernstein Bears. They're the Bernstein Bears. Bernstein. Stain.
Instead of Bernstein.
Stein. And if you Google, you can look and search. You can't. It's always been the stain. But then I found this dude. I found this random reel on Instagram, and this guy found a super old book, and it was Bernstein. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Did I crack the Matrix?" I was like, "Oh my god!"
So, for those who don't know, this is a child's book about.
It's like a family of bears.
It's bears. Yeah, a bunch of bears living their life.
Yeah,
right?
and they wear like jeans and flannel shirts.
Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah.
Like,
They were
it's
rad. They
kids'
were
books.
awesome.
Yeah, and
I
like
loved them.
the weird claws and they're like little hair. It's like old school.
tufts.
It's like
Yeah.
old.
I still read this to my daughter, and I was
It's great.
I still read it
Yes.
personally.
It's good literature. I love it.
No,
Yeah.
but I thought it was Bernstein.
It's
Bernstein.
Berenstain.
Berenstain.
And you're showing me the paper, right? So it says that, but even like
You still see
you
it as
still,
Bernstein.
you still
Like-
say it and see it. That's
Yeah.
crazy,
Dude, I know
man.
That's when I first was like, this is fucked up. This is not true. Nah. The next one, this one I was talking to Eric about before.
Yeah.
And it really fucked his universe up. So everyone remembers like Jiffy peanut butter.
Yep.
Jiffy.
Yeah.
Fucking Jiffy.
Thing, super creamy.
Yeah, cream of creams.
Sugary.
It was never Jiffy. It was Jif. Only Jif. Never Jiffy.
JIF.
JIF. No FFY.
Why do we think Jiffy then?
I don't. Dude, if you look, like. So
I don't know. I looked this up and I
The
couldn't
company
figure
was
it out.
founded in like 1955.
Yeah.
It's always been
Never.
Jif. It's
There's no commercial.
only ever been Jif.
There's
only.
There's never any commercials.
Nope.
See, he's
Nothing.
Googling it right now.
I'm telling you, I already Googled.
upsetting.
Me and Eric Googled
Yeah,
it together.
it's upsetting.
And he texts his brothers asking about it.
It's
Like,
super upsetting.
it's
Yeah.
so fucked up.
Jif.
It's Jiffy Lube. That's the only thing that comes out.
That was
And
confusing.
literally, it's as if it never existed.
And I even like Google search Jiffy peanut butter, whatever, and it autocorrects to Jif peanut butter.
Like Google's like,
Even
nope.
Google knows.
Yeah, like, no, you don't.
Wow. Okay.
Here's one thought on Jif, which is what if we thought it was Skippy?
That's a good thought.
Wow. You know, I did not think about
And maybe
that.
The only idea
It's
is
just kind of like in your
Jiffy,
mind, you say Jiffy.
maybe Skippy was such good marketing,
Competitor.
Yeah.
and then you're like, well,
Jiffy,
Skippy,
skip it a Jiffy.
I don't know. It's a stretch.
Skip it a video.
It's a stretch. It's thin. I don't know.
It's not really a stretch. It's actually a great point.
Yeah.
That is
The
a
more
good
you
point.
All right.
I'm okay.
Well, I'm
Ne-
gonna take full credit for that. Wink, wink. You know who you're talking to.
The next one, which really annoyed me, Looney Tunes. So Looney Tunes isn't TOONS, it's TUNES, like a tune.
No.
It doesn't even make any sense.
I don't
No,
believe you.
because
I don't believe you.
Right?
No, it's
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony,
that's just the beginning. That's like the intro.
and that's the expanded one too. That's the
And
tiny.
then
Toons.
it's just random skits of animation. It's not like they're making music. That's what I
maybe
was
they
like,
thought it was a music.
it's not, dude. I remember
I know.
Wile E. Coyote, and he's chasing
Elmer
the,
Fudd, he doesn't sing.
He sings. There's no word. He
no
sings
singing.
nothing. He's just like, blah, 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 but I gotta catch up.
That's pretty good.
No,
And then like
no,
Bugs Bunny's like,
no.
"Yeah, sorry, you fucking white bastard."
You're fucking me up. What the?
I know.
Tunes.
It's tunes, like a tune.
I
I
would
know.
have bet money.
Dude, I actually bet money. Dude, you know, it's fuck.
You did?
I can't even speak.
I'm like,
I actually bet my
no, I literally bet.
who?
No, I didn't bet any money. I just,
Yeah.
I can see it in my head.
As
Like when I was a kid,
Yes.
I can see it watching it, and it was tunes.
I'm trying to Google the original logo or.
but it's tunes. Yeah.
It's dude.
Okay.
I could see that one,
Wow.
I know. Another one is Curious George's Tale. I don't know if you ever read Curious George books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The little monkey and the man
well-
in the yellow hat.
No.
Yeah.
He never had a tail. Never there. I know. That one's not as big for me as like the first three.
I could imagine it. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
that
I'm
one.
like,
That one,
well,
I was kind of sure.
okay.
Like whatever. It wasn't so integral.
Yeah.
In my upbringing as like the first three. I was like, fuck this. This is bullshit. Not happening. I refuse. Then there's also Oscar Mayer, like Oscar Mayer Wieners.
Yeah.
I remember I used to have a little Oscar Mayer Wiener truck, like fucking Hot Wheel.
yeah.
I don't know why, like Hot Wheels, like yeah, it's a great idea. We're gonna put a big hot dog in a Hot Wheel car. It's actually Mayer, Oscar Mayer,
Not Oscar Mayer.
not Meyer. But they even like it's
I could almost believe that one though.
Yeah.
just like a pronunciation error.
Yeah,
one
like
can go
Mayor
either way.
Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Oscar Mayer.
Maybe because it doesn't rhyme. Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Maybe it was like one of,
Oscar my penis.
maybe it was like one of those northern things where they're like
Oscar my
Mario or Mario, fucking New Yorker,
You
New
fucking Mario.
New Jersey guys.
Or Canadians. I mean, let's just
Don't you know Oscar Maya?
Oscar Maya.
Maya.
We just lost so many New Yorker followers because
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oscar Maya.
Hey, we love you.
Oscar Maya.
This probably hits them deep.
Hey guys, hope we're enjoying the show so far. We wanted to take a break and just remind you of the different ways that you can support our podcast. The first and foremost is you can subscribe by clicking the follow button on Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts. It's on the show page. It's really easy. You just click it and subscribe. What this does is it makes it so you get notified every new release that comes out. Another way is by simply following us on social media. This is Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, etc. But one of the best ways that you can support our podcast is to help us grow. And how do you do that? You can share the show with friends and family. Okay, thanks a bunch, everybody. Now back to the show.
Like
Okay.
deep.
Yeah.
All right, Oscar Mayer.
The next one really annoys me too. So the Monopoly man,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
he never had a monocle.
No
I always thought he had a monocle.
way.
And I always
No
remember
way.
Ace Ventura disagrees.
Sure.
Do not pass
Do not
go.
pass go.
Do not collect $200. Exactly. I know. I always
That
thought he
doesn't
had
make sense.
I always thought he had a monocle. And I was
Trent?
trying, like, they're like,
What
where,
the
like, why would
Jorge's constant Google. He's, I don't
don't believe any of this.
Yeah, what?
Jorge is actually going to take a quick break.
I'm still deep in the Mandela Matrix effect or whatever.
The
is crazy.
The Mandela Matrix.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Monocle.
Next one, I know for a fact is bullshit because I've worn the underwear. Fruit of the Loom cornucopia. You know the cornucopia with the fruit in it, Bubba?
Yeah.
Doesn't exist. No cornucopia.
Come on now.
So
Dude.
what is it though?
It's just the fruit. It's just like the apple, the grapes, and whatever the other fruit.
Wait.
I swear to God,
what
there's
is that?
cornucopia in it. The little wooden, little weaved basket thing that they were in. I remember because I had those underwear. It's just like, how did
No, I don't know about that one. I always remember like kind of like this. Don't you remember
Jorge.
that? Don't you
Honestly,
remember that?
I don't have memory of
Fruit of the
this
Looms in
all that
Mexico are
much.
different than the
The Mexican Fruit of the Loom did not have it.
Fruta de Lumes.
It's like they just had a bunch of limes,
Guava.
like a Modelo,
Some avocado.
avocados from Mexico. Another jingle right there that gets me. I do that every time. Like I'll get I'm at the store. I'm like avocados from Mexico. They get me every time. That one for me
I
is.
don't remember it.
That
I'm
one
trying
for
to
me is
think.
real.
I'm trying to recall. I don't think. I don't
I kind of
remember
remember
it.
both,
You know what I mean?
really. I kind of do remember both.
For me, it hits. For me, it hits deep.
Okay.
It hits deep.
Okay.
This one, dude. This one. This one's gonna fuck you up. So you know C-3PO, right?
Yeah.
Gold droid
Yeah.
has one silver leg.
Shut.
Dude,
That's not true.
I'm telling you.
Don't believe it.
I'm telling you, it's bullshit. As soon as I was like, this is fucking
Don't believe it.
bullshit. Dude, you're gonna obviously you're gonna Google it. It's gonna be
Yes,
there because it's the
I
new
have to.
timeline.
Wait.
Dude, he does not. I remember him. Remember they had him all shined up.
No, he does not.
He doesn't. I'm telling
I
you.
mean, he has two right there.
Wait. What are you saying?
This is saying that instead of being all gold, C-3PO has one silver leg.
Does he have a silver leg in there?
See how it's
I mean, is that really silver? That's a stretch. This one is a stretch.
well, dude, that's what I said.
When you Google
That
this,
looks-
when you Google
that
it,
looks-
like it could be
depends on the
lighter
light.
gold.
Depends
like,
on the light.
Yeah, exactly. It's
depends
like
on the light.
lighting, right? What do you think about that?
Dude, that's why when I saw it, I was like, this is a straight lie. Go to the other image.
Yeah, I don't know about this one.
Here, no, go back right there. Look at that. Dude, look at that one.
That
And
looks
that
photo-
one that looks silver.
That looks
Oh, that's-
Photoshop. That looks
Oh,
Photoshop.
okay.
looks fake.
Just because you don't believe it.
Yeah, that was fake.
just for the Mandela
Totally.
effect clicks. I want to get clicks.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And that-
it was
this
just-
picture's
it sounds-
also from Reddit.
It sounds like
Oh,
it's just,
okay.
No,
it's
no.
edited. It's reddited.
it might just be a prop problem.
Oh, that's just
You
like
know
a
what I mean?
lighting of the. Oh shit!
Or they
Okay,
had
this is straight up.
That's like original packaging. Oh my god, look at that! Oh shit!
Okay. All right. He might have a point. He might have a point.
That's
Okay,
old school
that's-
packaging.
Okay, that's interesting.
I don't believe it, but that's what they're saying. Is the
I see.
truth. So if you thought that was wild, okay, just hold the phone. Just relax.
Okay, all right.
Don't freak out.
Okay.
So what's the most famous line from the original Star Wars trilogy?
I got a bad feeling about this, or may the force be with you.
No, the most famous line, bro. I got a bad.
Luke, I'm your father. Or
Exactly.
Like,
Thank you.
Yeah, like I'm your father.
Guess what he really says?
Oh
No.
yeah, I've heard this. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He says-
That's what he says.
No, he
That's
says-
what he
it's not what he
says.
says.
He says, "No, I'm your father."
Yeah. He doesn't say, Luke, I am your father.
Are you serious?
Sean's right. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Hey, I'm not saying these are like
This-
accurate. This is
no,
the new,
you're
this,
right.
This is the new timeline.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. He says, no, I am your father.
No.
it's
No.
Yeah, because there's a joke in Tommy Boy. In Tommy Boy, he goes, Luke, I am your father. And that's not the line. Yeah.
It is useless to resist.
It's useless
Let
to resist.
yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did.
God, James Earl Jones.
It's only 2 minutes.
Oh, he's got his hand cut off.
There is no escape.
God, James Earl.
Don't make me destroy you. Luke, you do not yet realize your importance.
I thought it was
I know,
gonna
it's
do
what I was
it.
like.
Only begun to discover your power.
Your power.
Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can
we're halfway
end
through.
this destructive conflict.
This destructive
Bring order to
conflict.
the galaxy. I'll never join you. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. He told me enough.
He told me enough.
He told me you killed him. No. I am your father.
Are you That's trippy.
I know. It's dude.
What
The next one is gonna hit every human on this planet. Every human who's ever listened to any music in their entire lives. So, say for me the last line of "We Are the Champions."
I'll keep on dancing
No,
to the
we are the
end.
end. Yeah.
My friend.
I forgot.
We are the
Champions. No time for losers. Cause we are the champions
Better
of the
than-
world.
Exactly. There's no of the world.
No.
No, it's bullshit. Dude, it's literally, it's always
Why?
been of the world.
Why do we know that?
And then it's like, literally, it's like, it just ends. It just says, "We are the champions." And it ends.
No way.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's why it's the
That's
Mandela
it.
effect. It's
Hold
not,
on a
You're going to
second.
Google it. It's just going to.
We are the champions.
I already Googled it. I already YouTubed it at home. Because I
that's
was
so
like, this is
crazy.
a lie.
Why did we
Why
sing it
does
at the same
everyone-
time? At the same time we did it.
Every human on the planet sings that.
No time for losers, cause we are the champions.
Of the world.
Where's it from?
So
I don't get it then. It must be from somewhere.
it's from our actual timeline.
No, it must be like
It must be
Maybe-
in some sort of media or some sort of movie or some sort of, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. We sang it at the same time.
I'm telling you, that's why I told
He
you.
knew we were going to sing it too, you
I
son
know,
of a bitch.
Because it fucked.
You knew.
Because, dude, you know how many times I karaoke that song?
right?
Like,
That's
it's
the
always
ending.
of the world.
That's the...
maybe it's a thing that they played on
Like someone like dubbed in. Of the
No.
world.
Like
I mean,
Mighty
to
Ducks?
Me, to me, it's like
Maybe in Mighty Ducks?
The D2 or D3?
yeah.
Ducks fly together.
Crack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. Crack, crack, crack.
No, it's what is it, like the Bash Brothers?
Yes.
The Bash Brothers.
Dude, I love that movie.
A salad. I know. It's
That's
fucked
crazy.
Up. It's fucked
wow,
up.
that's wild. Okay.
So here's another one. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? That's incorrect. Supposedly, it's actually magic mirror on the wall. I don't remember.
Magic mirror on the wall.
Oh.
Who is the fairest?
It's also, I didn't realize how dark that was. She was like, slave in the mirror.
I don't really remember that, to be honest.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, that one's.
No, but okay, I don't remember either. But when you say it,
Yeah, no,
it's
that makes
kind
sense.
of like everybody
it
knows
makes sense that it
you
doesn't
say
make sense.
Mirror,
Also,
mirror on the wall.
Maybe it sounds better. Like mirror, mirror on the wall sounds better than
I know.
magic mirror.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh.
Where did that come from?
Okay.
All right, so here's a nut, dude. This next
Man,
one.
you got a bunch.
Dude, this next one,
Okay.
what's the most iconic line from Silence of the Lambs? Okay, that's
I eat it with for fava beans and a bottle of Chianti.
I don't know. That is not the most iconic.
What do you mean? In Silence of the Lambs?
Hello, Clarice.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, it's hello, Clarice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not like with the weird like mouth fucking thing, like he's like a rat. Like Jesus Christ, with the fava beans and a Chianti.
Quick pro quo, Clarice.
Quick pro
quo. So funny. So great.
Quid pro quo.
Okay, she's walking in. She sees him behind the bars.
Morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Lecter,
Good morning.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
way.
but
Okay.
everyone, everybody thinks.
I wonder if he
he's
says it later. Like,
Maybe.
Hello, Clarice.
Maybe he does, but
How did that become so freaking iconic then?
I feel like this is Jim Carrey. I don't know when, but I feel like he would do,
hello, Clarice.
like it's some shtick. I don't know. That one's weird.
The next one is more believable because I've only seen it once, but it's from Field of Dreams, and it was
One of my tops, just so you know.
You know, it's
top five.
He's
Top 10.
like if you
10.
if you build it, they will come. Mm-hmm. But it's actually if you build it, he will come.
Really?
Yes, I believe
Yeah,
you.
if you build it, he will come. But
Yeah, 'cause
who's
he's
the
talking about
I could see
Shoeless
that.
Joe.
Oh, Shoeless
Yeah.
Joe
Shoeless
Jackson.
Joe. Yeah.
Okay, so
whole
that
story
one's
of it,
more
yeah.
believable because I can
Yeah.
see it. I can see
Yeah.
that happening.
That's just like a wrong quote, right?
Yeah, I think
Some of these
it's like this fucked up. There's another one. The original.
I mean, that's not like so different than like "Hello, Clarice" or "Good morning."
I know it's like
Yeah.
completely different words. It's like they changed one word.
Yeah.
Like if you build it,
Yeah.
edit will come.
That queen one is
The Queen
fucked
one.
up.
The Queen one is so
Of
fucked
the
up.
world.
I would have bet.
That's the end
I
of
would've
every
bet
karaoke. He was
$1,000
right.
on
It's
that.
dude. I've
It's the-
karaoke'd the song. It is the
It's
end.
the end of every karaoke.
So
And then you do the pose of the world.
because it's weird. It just ends like I mean, like
Yeah.
we are the champions.
Done.
End. I know. Full stop.
That one's weird. Maybe Wayne's World? No.
No. All right, so the next one, so original Star Trek with William Shatner.
Yeah.
You know, beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah.
They put it into the new movies. It's like always there. It's actually, it's so lame. It's actually, Scott, beam us up.
That's it?
Yeah, it's not even
No,
Scotty.
there's not Scotty?
No, it's just
You never
Scott.
said Scotty beam me up.
No, he didn't say beam me up, Scotty. It was just Scott, beam us up.
No way. Never?
No.
I mean, maybe later with
in
the Chris Pine
in
one.
the Chris Pine one, yeah. Beam me up, Scotty. This is almost worse than the Queen one.
Okay.
Like, it actually might be worse. So, you know, like, you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum,
Yeah.
bum, bum, bum. So it's actually, and I YouTubed it. It's, you've been hit by a smooth criminal. It's just, you've been hit by twice.
Oh, there's no you've been struck by.
No. I know.
How do we get that one wrong?
I don't know. I was dancing
Do you
that
think-
shit. Like I'm like, you've been hit by, I don't know why my head moves like that, but
Do you think we just got this shit wrong?
But how did everyone get it wrong?
No, that's exactly. How did everybody get it wrong?
If it would just be me, then I'd be like,
Another
sure.
one I would have bet money on that you've been struck
Everybody.
by.
You've been struck by.
Dude, there's like
I've
I
sung
did,
that
you've been
for
struck
so
by.
many years. You like, you
You've
know.
been struck by.
a smooth
That's the only line I know.
Ow! It's just also, I don't know. I don't know if we're, dude.
Hold on, I gotta play that one.
The amount of trademark copyright infringements we've done this
That's
episode.
the good thing about podcasts.
You've been hit by a smooth criminal.
Bullshit.
We
What
got that
the-
wrong for decades.
Bullshit. That's
Where
bullshit.
did that come from?
Where did
Bullshit.
it come from?
Bullshit.
I might have to find out where all these came from.
I know.
Here's a
You
good
know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Here's a good one.
We got to do like a part 2 on the Mandela Effect.
Here's a good one for Eric. So it's
Oh no.
you know Lord of the Rings when Gandalf tells Frodo and the homies, "Run, you fools!
Run, you fool!
Yeah, you fools!" Yeah, he actually says, "Fly, you fools!"
He does.
Does he?
I don't know.
I know. That's why I was like, I always thought it was because he's "Run, you fools!"
So he goes, "You shall not pass."
And then like the guy like
And the Balrog.
the Balrog throws
yes.
throws the whip and gets it, and he goes, "Run, you fools!" And he gets like sucked
Yeah.
down into
Oh,
the
that was
pit.
great. That was a great act. Yeah. That was a great impression.
Run, you fools!
But in reality, he says,
Fly, you fool! That doesn't make any sense. Fly,
Oh my god.
fly, you fools! Like, I don't.
none of them can fly.
They're hobbits.
And they're in a
Dungeon. They're
in the
cavern.
caves.
Yeah.
You sure about this?
That dude. Well, I mean, you could always YouTube it.
That one sucks. I don't know why it makes me depressed.
That's why I said it was for
know.
you.
It sucks.
I knew that one was
Yeah,
going to hit
that
you. I
one
knew it was
sucks.
going to hit you deep. And then there's a couple other ones that I wrote down that are kind of whatever. You know, like the Flintstones are actually the Flint Stones.
Yeah, I did know that one.
I did not know that one.
I did that one.
Mickey Mouse wearing suspenders.
In the first one,
Yeah. And it's like
The original?
yeah. And it's like his little like hips are moving. He's actually never wearing suspenders.
Okay, I can see that one.
You got Forrest Gump. He says,
Don't tell me he doesn't say run.
"No,
I
Or
was,
the-
I
or the
was
girl.
jogging."
I was running.
No, it's just
Is it the box of chocolates thing?
yeah, it's just a weird Freudian slip.
Okay.
Apparently, everyone thinks it's life is like a box of chocolates, but it's life was like a box of chocolates. Freudian slip thing.
All right.
So he's like, Mama says life is like a box of chocolates, but it's like, Mama said life was like a box. What I say was, but she wasn't dead yet. Or she was
Life-
dead.
yeah, she was
she
dead
was
by
dead
then.
at that time, so
Life
was makes more
was like a
sense.
box of I don't remember that.
He's sitting on the bench.
I
and
thought
he's
no,
like,
no.
like the black
You remember
girl.
the scene, but-
no. I remember. My memory is life is like a box.
That's
of
what my
chocolates.
memory is
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying was.
Yeah,
I
no,
can
it-
understand was because maybe he's like past tensing it
Yeah,
for her
thi-
because
this
she's
one is
dead.
kind of easy to, get
behind.
confused
Yeah.
or get behind. Yeah.
There's only there's a couple other ones I put on here. They're kind of like whatever. But remember from the Gremlins, like
Yeah.
the evil Gremlin that
Yeah.
made like fucking who da da da
So you throw water on them and they turn into
Well,
psychopaths? or
no,
whatever?
they multiply in water, but you feed them
Yeah.
after midnight, and they turn into psychos.
Kind of like women. Ew.
No, it's like if you don't feed them after
About
midnight,
to
they
get
turn them
canceled.
on. Feed them after midnight, they go to sleep. It's great.
Okay.
Not that I want you to.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah,
I also
don't
fall asleep
condone
after
that.
midnight when I eat. I just ate and I will be
Yeah.
sleeping very
Yeah.
soon. So people thought his name was Spike and it's actually Stripe. I know it's kind of a relevant one, but you know, Gremlins.
I don't
is a hot-
remember
it's
that.
a hot
I don't
thing.
remember that either.
I don't remember the names
And-
of them though.
The last one is Whiteout. Is actually WITE out, which I thought was really weird.
Like misspelled.
Yeah, not white, but WITE.
Huh. Weird.
I know. I was like, why?
Weird.
Why
you
would they?
serious?
Why would it be that?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like is white.
It's a
is,
brand. It must be a brand.
But is the why
But
not
like
have it
ban-
called
like-
White Out?
But like band aid.
But that. What do you? What? I don't
No, it's just-
understand.
like it's just a brand.
But it's still called Whiteout.
yeah, no,
Why not just spell
misspelled
it
brand.
right?
Yeah, misspelled
I
brand.
guess you're right. Like once you look at the logo, okay, it says white out, but you kind of say it as white out.
Yeah,
It is
even-
Whiteout.
Yeah.
No, but even
they were smart.
Huh?
They were smart. They probably
Yeah.
couldn't get white.
They probably couldn't get the trademark or
I
some
know, they're like,
shit.
or
shit.
white.
And I
Don't
was
worry,
like-
bro. Don't worry.
I know some
Just
like
do
weird
wait
like,
out.
Just trust me.
there's like some weird clan members had like
Oh.
the trademark where Whiteout is ours. It's like, so it's Witte out.
Well, it would be actually a Black Panther thing because white out.
No, like you know, like when they, when you know when there's like there's like a sports thing and they're like we're gonna do a blackout
He's just trying to
and
get
that's
canceled.
and like they all wear
He's the one who
black.
said it. He said clan.
Yeah, but he can say that.
Well, he can say Klan and I can't say white.
No,
You can't say Black Panther.
I
No, I'm
can't
just
say
kidding.
Black Panthers at all.
trademark, copyright.
I'm not allowed to say Black Panthers.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Cancel a third of the podcast.
Me and Jorge will be now 50-50 partners.
The next episode. Sorry, unfortunately.
No, it's actually gonna be the Mandela Effect. Well, wasn't the Conspiracy Podcast 3 guys? No.
Welcome to the Brown Podcast.
Since our inception, it was only 2 members. It was only me and Jorge.
Okay.
If you go like deep dive on Reddit and the interwebs about this shit, what people call when they get evidence or show that they're not crazy and they can prove it, whatever, they call it residue. So I don't know why it's such a weird word.
Ooh, I got residue. Ooh. Check this out.
Ooh.
Check this out.
gross.
So just going back to Smooth Criminal one that we were
Okay.
just talking about, right? I was looking at where the lyrics, and in the second verse, check this out.
So
Boom!
second verse.
You've been struck by.
So we debunked.
we are not crazy,
we are
Eric.
we are debunkers.
We figured it out.
yeah,
Yeah, we figured
that's
it
where
out.
it come from.
Yeah. It's pretty
So
where it
people
came
just literally they heard it and then just turn the song off. They're like, nope,
Yeah.
I'm out. Peace.
That's where they checked out. That's where we checked out. No, I clearly remember struck.
Yeah, like I knew I wasn't crazy.
I know, right?
And we got the residue.
Residue.
Got to get the residue, boy.
Gross.
A little residue on my fingers.
Sounds like a crypto or something.
Hey guys, hope we're enjoying the show so far. We wanted to take a break and just remind you of the different ways that you can support our podcast. The first and foremost is you can subscribe by clicking the follow button on Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts. It's on the show page. It's really easy. You just click it and subscribe. What this does is it makes it so you get notified every new release that comes out. Another way is by simply following us on social media. This is Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, etc. But one of the best ways that you can support our podcast is to help us grow. And how do you do that? You can share the show with friends and family. Okay, thanks a bunch, everybody. Now back to the show. Or like the stuff on the side of Denzel's mouth.
Residue.
Okay.
I was thinking something much darker than that. Yeah. Actually, you remember that it was the Dave Chappelle when they did the trading spouses, and Dave Chappelle's like the white guy and the black guy, and he's in the bed and he's like, oh, titty residue.
Yes.
He's got like the bra and it's like titty residue.
Titty residue. He's the white guy.
I know he's like this is the white
Of
guy.
course.
So, anyways, there are obviously, I guess you would say reasonable explanations for this. So there's a thing called false memories. That's when memories were called, rather than remembered perfectly, they could be influenced to a point that they eventually become incorrect. So meaning if you don't have perfect recall where you can recall exact.
Sure.
Exact. So you kind of remember
dub it in.
something,
You dub
but you're
it.
only remembering pieces of it, and then it could get skewed, and eventually it becomes something that's not true. Memory being something that's imperfect and in essence unreliable because you're not remembering it exactly how it happened.
Gotcha, yeah.
So there's that. There's another thing called confabulation. Such a bizarre word. So
Sounds fake.
no, it's
Sounds
real.
like,
But
hey, bro, you want to confabulate?
so confabulation is when your brain kind of fills in the gaps that are missing in your memories to make them make sense.
Okay.
So it's you dub in stuff to make it make sense to you.
Okay.
People say, especially with some of
It's a
these
logical
some of
explanation.
these where it actually sounds better the way we think it is. So maybe we were trying to make it sound better. I don't know.
Yeah. Or you take memories, say, of movies that maybe did get them wrong,
Oh yeah.
and you fill in the gaps.
Yeah, with that other memory, and you're piecing
say-
it. You're piecing it all together.
Yeah. So say you watched Star Wars a long time ago,
Yeah.
and you heard the quote of
I am your
I'm
father.
your father, or whatever, and then you watch Tommy Boy, and he goes, "Luke, I am your father," and then 20 years go by, and then you fill in the gaps.
Yeah,
So
makes
that's
sense.
essentially
makes sense.
that's what this is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially.
The next one, it's kind of weird. It's called priming. So it's pretty much like factors that lead up to an event that affect your perception of it. Like presupposition. You presuppose something about something, or suggestibility. An example of like being like the difference between asking how tall a person is and how short a person is.
Okay.
It's like you're already predisposing that they're already tall. So how tall are you? Or you're presupposing that they're short. So how short are you? Even though they could be the guy's 6 feet. Well, how short are you? How short are you? You know, I'm 6 feet. Well, how tall are you? You know, so it's like you're making an assumption that affects your memory of it.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one because, like, if you think about it, we are the champions of the world.
I know. It's like,
how does that fit in?
Because maybe I was telling myself, "You're the champion of the world. God damn it, you're the greatest motherfucker ever lived
Of the world.
I know, not of the block." I know it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
All right.
So the one that I was really pumped about, and this is the one I'm kind of on board with, is alternate realities. So the big theory.
Eric's
Shut up,
rolling
Eric.
his eyes.
So
Eric's already a confabulation is a real thing. Eric's like, I didn't think it was a real word, but you know, the more I think about it, it's a real thing.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Before I shit on you.
before you try, and me and Jorge unite.
Yeah, exactly.
Two Browns are better than one.
I can't even say anything.
Nope, you
I can't
lose.
say
You
anything.
automatically
I can't
lose.
say a
you can't.
goddamn thing.
The big theory is that there's actually like an altered timeline.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
so we have like, you know, the timeline.
So it's
of-
not like a Spider-Verse, but it's like a timeline change.
the Spider-Verse is in essence the same thing. It's just an alternate reality.
I've never heard of a Spider-Verse.
No, you know, like, you know, Enter the Spider, like the movie.
Get out of here.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Jorge. This one's above your pay grade.
Yeah, exactly.
Would that Instagram poster say? You guys must be 50 because there's so much white in your beard. There's white in everybody's beard.
I know.
There's only one white beard in here.
I know that chick was like, oh, like
No, it was a guy. It was a guy.
Oh no, I thought it was. Remember
Yeah,
the
I
one
thought it was
chick?
a chick.
The chick was. You guys are so inappropriate. There's like 350-year-olds shouldn't be making.
Oh no, it was a guy
these jokes.
for sure.
No, it was a chick, bro.
Girls
It
would
was like
never
a
say that
Mandela
to
Effect
us.
for me and you.
Oh,
I
dude,
guess.
that was a chick, and I was
That's a chick.
And
No,
then
it's
my
not a
thing
chick.
was, no, none of us.
Or even close
I'm
to
like,
50.
How do we all look like we're 50? What the fuck?
No.
I'm like,
You hit us to the core, babe.
I'm not even mid-30 yet. Jesus Christ, I look that old? Fuck.
The camera adds
start
like
wor-
20 years.
I'm all like, oh, look at the bags under my eyes. It's like, I'm fucking tired. So anyway, no. So imagine it like
Now we have to explain to him the Spider-Verse.
No.
though.
I have a
To
better.
the
I
listeners,
have a better example.
not to me.
have
I'm just speaking for the listeners
Yeah.
here.
The voice
The
of the listeners.
demographic.
The voice of the listeners.
So in the Spider-Man universe, there is a alternate universe essentially that it almost mirrors
Yeah, I know
the
what you're talking about
universe
now.
we're in.
But there's
right,
but
that's
there's
right.
like
Yeah, I know what
infinite.
you're
There's
talking
like
about
now.
infinite variations of.
Yeah. So it's like there's a Jorge, but he's a little bit different
Yes,
because
yes.
he went his own path.
If you see the Loki show, it does it better because it's all the same timeline. It's just splinters of that timeline.
Okay.
So everything is, all the people are the same age and the same similar things have happened. It's just, you know, it's
Different.
Certain
It happened
decisions
differently.
at certain
You
things.
consider
Right.
like the butterfly effect. Like if you change one thing, how it could actually change a timeline. For example, if you went back 10 years ago and you did something different, you know, would you be here? Like
Right,
what would have changed from one decision change?
Yeah, okay.
So that they're saying that there is there's all these alternate timelines, alternate realities. One of the theories behind this is, so I don't know if you guys know what CERN is. Have you heard of CERN? CERN is the European Organization for Nuclear Research. I don't know how that stands for that acronym, but it does.
Ursnan.
It's like but in essence, so CERN is it's like an intergovernmental organization, and they pretty much are the largest particle physics laboratory in the world.
Okay.
So they study atoms and the universe, the relation to physics, and to try to understand the universe better, understand how we exist, and that's pretty much what their goal is. They're in a suburb of Geneva, so they're like on the France-Switzerland border there, and they were started in 1954, and there's actually 23 member states, and they say member states, but it's really countries, 23 countries that are involved in CERN. So they have a bunch of different particle accelerators. So pretty much what a particle accelerator is, you take an atom of something, let's say of iron or whatever, and it's like the base atom, and it's in a tube, this massive tube, and you make it go fast, accelerate it, and then you see what happens. So the biggest, what CERN's really, really known for is for making the world's largest particle collider. And it's called a Large Hadron Collider. So in essence, what that is, it's 100 feet underground or 150 feet underground, and it's approximately 17 miles in circumference. It's a giant,
that's pretty big.
massive.
Wow.
It's a massive tube in a giant circle, and they pretty much accelerate atoms, and they smash two atoms together, and then they see what happens. And they've discovered new particles, and in essence, what they were doing it to try to do multitude of things. Like they were trying to see if they could discover what they deemed the God particle, how the universe was created.
Okay.
They also wanted to see if they could create dark matter or antimatter, and also if they could create miniature black holes.
Okay.
So that's the purpose. That's why they created this.
And so is this a real thing or is this like a
It's real world.
Oh, it's
You
real.
know, like-
it's real.
No, it's-
Illuminati kind of thing?
No.
no.
This is a real thing. Like,
It's a
yeah,
real thing.
like-
It's there's over 10,000 scientists and hundreds of universities and laboratories throughout hundreds of countries that are involved with CERN.
Wow.
They did the first run of it was in 2008.
Wow.
That was the first time they actually collided two particles together. And
Right,
then they,
right before the recession.
and then it's only been run like 3 times or 4 times. The theory is that when they did this in 2008, when they first slammed these two particles together that are going, close to light speed, it created in essence an infinite expanse of different altered realities. When you think about it, like they're trying to create like a black hole, so maybe they did create a black hole, and then they create all these parallel realities or different timelines and things change.
Yeah.
And it doesn't change like your life. You're still doing what you're doing, but it just changes little things.
Yeah. Like that's the idea is that in 2008,
So if
a
these,
new timeline and a new
I see. Oh, I see. That could have changed.
Yeah,
Okay.
like we went on to
exactly.
a new path. I don't know what the different things were. What we caught Osama bin Laden.
Yeah,
Obama is elected. We had the recession. You know what I mean? Like, what are the major things?
The concept is that like while like our consciousness stays the same, we're moved into like a different
new path.
a different reality.
Yeah.
Of like, and so that's why like you catch on these little things. Well, I thought this was this.
Yeah.
And it's also, have you ever had? I think this kind of coincides with the concept of deja vu.
yeah.
yeah,
It's like you've experienced. I've had it a number of times where I've done this exact thing before,
Yes,
and it'll be something stupid like I'm at the store and I pick up a shirt,
yeah,
and it's I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah.
I've done this. So so that's
Okay.
that's my favorite.
Wow,
that's
that's-
actually my favorite theory because
Wild.
the reason I like it so much is because they start experimenting with shit that no one knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You slam these two fucking particles together and shit because people our common our perception is that an atom is the smallest thing there is. It's is that component part of
All
mass.
things.
Matter.
Mass and matter is created out of atoms, and which is I always get super deep. Having weird talks, you realize that everything that you see is comprised of 99.999999999 repeating space, empty space. Everything is comprised of literally empty space. 99% of all.
Down to its core. Down to it.
If you look at an atom is 99.999% empty space because it's the nucleus and it's just empty space and then a couple electrons flying around. Right. That's all it is. It's empty space. We're like literally all matter is empty space. Like fucking swallow that down because that's actual science. Right. Like it is literally we are just empty space. So it's a really interesting concept. But there are things that are smaller. There's things that are smaller than atoms. That's what I'm saying. When you break an atom up, there's shit that's smaller than atoms, like the quantum realm shit.
Right,
Like,
right. So, yeah. I do like the concept of accidental chaos compared to sinister.
No, I don't
because
think
it seems if this were real,
they were like
it was an accident.
Yeah, they're like, let's see what happens.
Yeah, no, it was an accidental stumbling.
They didn't do it on purpose. They were like, change the timeline.
Yeah, it wasn't some evil guy going, we got to change the timeline here. And they picked 2008.
I know he was. He was the.
I mean, why go to 2008 too? You know what I mean? There's a lot of bigger moments in time. That's interesting. That's crazy.
Yeah, and the last is just the internet.
What do you mean? Oh, it just changed?
Yeah, this
Changed
like
shit?
the influence and the ability of the internet to someone says something and then it gets repeated and then
it
like,
kinda goes
and it's just
viral.
like it's just you're getting hit with it all the time at all angles and then it becomes your reality.
Yeah.
So
And there's
Kind
a
of like
video
when,
you
when,
saw.
when things become a meme and it's just kind of, or like a catchy jingle or something.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's what you think.
yeah, it just becomes.
You just always think
it just
Jiffy, not Jif.
Yeah, it just becomes reality.
Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Oscar Mayer, Mayer.
Well, so at the beginning of all of it, I was like, this is so retarded. And but the fact
it's
that
a
there's
thing.
so many,
Oh, that's a thing.
And this isn't all of them. I just picked one.
it
know.
must be. It must. Here's my only logical explanation for it. It must be just a thing that we get wrong, and then it keeps going.
It
Yeah,
just gets,
one person
it
messed it up,
steamrolls.
and then like,
Yeah.
it's like the telephone game. Like
Yes.
you play telephone,
Yes,
and then
yeah,
like
yeah.
by the
Yes.
end, you're burrito, and it was paperweight. I don't know how we got there. Like,
but I
what
have
the
no
fuck?
explanation for Jif. I have no explanation for
I have no explanation for Queen.
Michael Jackson.
I have no explanation for Queen.
Queen.
no, there is
And
most
and
of
the
the
Berenstein
ones.
Bears. It's the Berenstein Bears. I've read those books a million times. It's the Berenstein Bears.
Berenstain.
It's not Stain.
No, Steve.
Bullshit. They changed it.
I wonder, I would love to ask a different culture, maybe the Jewish culture, because it's a Jewish name,
Berenstein.
Bernstein.
It is?
Is it?
Yeah, it's very Jewish.
Okay. Didn't know.
So I wonder if it's
Oh, maybe that's why the Bears
Bernstein
have
or
those curls. They have
Bernstein.
those curls there.
Very, yeah.
No offense.
I'm guessing. We're gonna look this up later. Make sure I'm. But Bernstein, yeah, it's a very. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Anyways, I'm just saying.
That would be
I wonder
that
what
would
they
be-
would think because in their youth, maybe
cool to
they
see.
thought
Yeah.
it was Bernstein.
Yeah, maybe.
And then we were just
idiots.
Americans, and you know what I mean.
Fucking
Going,
change the name on it."
Bernstein. You know,
Yes, Bernstein. Trust me.
Bernstein.
I don't know where you at, Jorge.
Okay, so this was a little bit of a trippy episode because there's so many of these things that I would have bet so much money that it was not this Mandela effect. I just think that it just catches fire somehow, some way, mostly with social media nowadays.
Yeah, I definitely believe a lot of these are probably because of the internet.
Yeah.
Interestingly, it started in
but-
2008, which is probably when social media started.
Well, no,
Oh, no, I mean, when was Facebook?
Oh yeah, 2007.
that's not when.
2007 was Facebook.
No, so the Mandela Effect was coined, and actually it was coined in 2009. So which I think it's kind of a coincidence with that because that's when it started in 2009.
That's when the
But
name
then-
got
but then the-
coined. But the
then the
actual
CERN
Mandela effect was even back to when he was released from prison, or most people thought he died.
No, that's when it was in 2009. That's when it really came to light. Wait, what? Because she thought she remember seeing that he died in the 80s.
Right.
But I think it's interesting that in 2009 she's like, wait, what's happening? And then 1 year before, CERN's smashing
Yeah, I just think
subatomic particles together.
Somebody with influence, some influencer or celebrity or whatever.
Kim
right? Or like
Kardashian's like, it's the Bernstein Bears. You're like, no, yeah, it is.
no, but like even the Hello Clarice, how the hell did that come about?
Dude, I
How
don't
did I get it
know.
wrong?
I mean, everyone knows that.
but everyone knows that.
But
You
maybe
ask
they
anybody.
did Mel skits.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So somebody with like
And they're
influence,
just
some
making
sort
fun of it, and I don't know.
some sort of
Scary movie.
authority or influence person or personality or show or whatever.
Instantly on the Monopoly guy, I go to Ace Ventura.
Do not pass go. Do not go.
You know what I mean? Like that was my instant thing. So I'm assuming any proper millennial will go there.
Of course, that's what it ties together.
Yeah. Or what's the older generation even too.
Boomers.
No, the next one up, Gen X. Jorge.
Whatever he is. That was a sick burn. Oh my god.
But we went over it in detail last episode.
How dare you?
That's right.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, go back and watch that or listen to that one just for that.
All right.
What do you think, Eric?
Yeah, I think it's just culturally we got it wrong and then it stuck. Hate to say it.
But so many things.
It is wild. I think it is wild.
Yeah.
But I just think we got it wrong and then it just grabbed hold and
But
it
why
became
do we get
easier.
it? Why do we get it wrong so many
I know.
times?
I think it's just like Oscar Mayer, somebody just said it wrong. And then it just was so much easier to say than Oscar Mayer.
I mean, it's not that much easier, but it's just catchier, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
I'd have to look at the jingles. Maybe the jingles had to play.
I mean, I definitely think it's possible because
That's it.
reality is an independent thing.
Yeah.
Reality is what's defined by what you deems real and
Right.
you deem what's happening. But I do think that like when you start with, slamming shit together and, trying to see what happens and trying to create black holes, shit could go awry.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't know enough about it to know what they were doing.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
I don't think that's the thing is
Yeah.
like nobody does.
I know,
Even
yeah.
the scientists don't know what
Yeah,
what
that's
they're
true.
doing.
That's
You
true.
want to hear the jingle?
Sure.
Oh, I'd love to be an Oscar Mayer winner.
Meyer. Yeah.
That is what I dream
But maybe
of
Meyer
to
is
be.
maybe that's pronounced M-A.
'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer winner, everyone would be in.
So that's what.
But they just got it wrong.
No, but maybe
Or
no,
they just changed it.
no, but
or-
maybe Meyer is maybe
No,
M-A.
it's spelled,
Maybe
it's
Meyer.
spelled that way for sure.
yeah. So I'm saying maybe
Meyer.
that's just how it's
Meyer.
pronounced.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Maybe that's just pronounced Meyer.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
And like we're Americans, we're like, nah, that's not how it's pronounced.
It's definitely it's definitely
not even close.
it's definitely wild. I would say about 4 or 5 of those are what like mine. They blew my mind a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
I would say Jiffy. I would say Queen.
Queen, dude,
Yes.
Bernstein Bears, and like I said,
Bernstein.
Like, go back to that. I think I showed you. Didn't I show you that?
Yeah.
I showed him.
Bernstein and then
I
Bernstein.
showed him the guy who it was like an Instagram reel and had
Mm-hmm.
an old Bernstein Bears book,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah.
how did this happen? Yeah, they messed up one book.
All right. Well,
right.
there you
Guys,
go. That's
we'll-
the Mandela Effect, guys.
We'll put up another poll and see what you believe. If
you
the
go.
Mandela Effect is a real thing, if we're just a bunch of tards, and I don't know.
All right, everybody. Night and night, 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 night.
See ya.
You've been hit by. You've been hit by.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to reach out to us, please email us at info@theconspiracypodcast.com. You can check us out on Instagram at @conspiracypodcast. Also, don't forget to subscribe. You can catch a new podcast almost every week. Just hit the little subscribe button at the top. It's a plus sign. We love show ideas, corrections, hate mail. Thanks a bunch.